let's recap on what we did last class. Last class we finished unit 7A. 7A, remember that the topic of conversation was like what to do and what not to do when you're meeting someone for the first time. And in terms of grammar, we looked at the behavior, so to say, of verbs. Remember that verbs, when you have any verb, be, play, have, drink, etc., verbs can behave in 3, let's say, different basic ways, right? Taking the to infinitive, taking the ing, the gerund, and taking the base form. So, as I promised, in Unit 7b, we're going to look at the use of verbs in the gerund, when to use and how do we know, when to use verbs in the gerund. And the topic of conversation, as you can see it on the screen, is happiness. That is the topic, being happy. So, ready to start? You have your material, pen, paper. Matias, Domingo, I can't see you. You don't have a photograph or the cameras. Are you ready? Yeah? Okay, good. Very good. So, what are the objectives of Unit 7b? The first thing is that by the end of the unit, we should be able to describe in detail what is happiness for us and for those around us. We should also be able to continue learning about verb patterns and when the gerund of verbs is used. And that's it, only 2 objectives. So let's start. Group discussion. Question number 1. Think about 3 situations that make you feel happy, explaining why. Question number 2. People say, we did this. I think that we did it. Okay, right. So last class, we discussed, what makes us happy and if money can or can't buy us happiness. And you say that, well, money can't buy happiness, but anyway, money is important. I remember Enzo said something like that, right? We cannot deny that money is important, right? Number 3, do you think the concept of happiness changes across cultures? And we had this discussion about, what is happiness for, a person who lives in the jungle, for example, who lives in Africa. Perhaps the concept of happiness changes, depending on where you live, your religious beliefs, how close you are to your loved ones. And I think that was the last activity. Am I right? That was the last one? Or we read the article on page 54? I think that we didn't. That was the last activity, like the discussion.
No, we didn't.
So the discussion. Okay, good. So what's the plan for today, guys? Today, we're going to read an article on page 54 in your PDF. In the article, you're going to look at like different answers for the question, what makes you happy? The question that we answered last class. After that, we're going to look at the uses of the gerund in English. The rules, to use the gerund and the negative of the gerund. And if we have time, let me see. If we have time, we're going to do some vocabulary activities, but I'm not sure yet, because the class is very short. Okay, so let's go to page 54, please. Page 54 in your PDF. Page 54 in your PDF. Okay, give me a couple of... Did you find the page?
Give me a second, please.
Okay. Can you see the page or no? No? Okay.
No, miss.
I don't know. Zoom makes me suffer. I'm growing old now. Okay. Can you see it now? Being happy, happiness is?
Yes.
Okay, good. Right. So here you have the photograph of 6 people. They work for different things. For example, Tasha is a fashion editor, Andrew, travel editor, etc. Right? So these 6 people are defining what happiness is for them. Okay. So we're going to do this together. I think it's easy, and we're not going to take a lot of time doing this. So happiness is, we have 1, 2, 6 questions. 6 answers, I'm sorry. We have 6 answers to the concept of happiness. Matthias, would you like to start reading? Yeah?
Me?
Yes, you. My
Okay.
ex hamster.
Me.
Matthias Ortiz. Yes.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Making soap. I love using leftovers in the fridge. There is something magical about making something delicious out of nothing.
Thank you very much, Matthias. Only 2 details. We have soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to be careful. Yeah, with the pronunciation of soup versus soap. Soap is what you use to wash your body in the morning, right? So
Mm.
it's like, I love making soap. It's possible, but then she talks about, or he talks about food. So it doesn't make any sense. So it's soup, okay? And
Okay.
magical. Yes, ma. Yeah, not may, but ma. Magic, magical. Yeah, magical about.
Okay.
Very good.
Thanks.
So who do you think answered this? Who do you think answered this? Tasha, Kate, Marco, Andrew, Regina, Sebastian. Who do you think defined happiness as like cooking?
Marco.
Marco? Yeah, makes sense, right? Because he is a food editor and he's talking about food. Yeah, all right. So for Marco, look at that. Happiness is making soup using leftovers in the fridge. Do you know what a leftover is? Can anybody explain?
No.
No? Okay, the leftovers are the pieces of food that you didn't eat, but they are still useful. Yeah, and you use these pieces of food to prepare a new dish. For example, yesterday I was alone. I prepared, I don't know, half a kilo of pasta, and in the end I wasn't very hungry. So I left, half of the bowl of spaghetti, pasta. And today I think, well, I don't want to eat pasta again, right? So I prepare a tortilla, for example, with the pasta, or a salad, you see? So that means using the leftovers to prepare something new, a new dish. Yeah, did you get it? Yeah, okay.
I think so.
Very good. So the other Matthias, I'm sorry because I think that I offended you a little bit. Matthias, what are you?
Me?
Okay, yes, yeah, the other Matthias, not Matthias Ortiz. Can you read the second answer, please?
Okay. Sitting on the sofa on a winter evening with a box of chocolates, watching a feel-good movie, preferable,
Preferably.
preferably one that makes me cry.
Thank you very much. Only one tiny detail, the pronunciation of chocolate. It's like chocolate, chocolates. Yeah, chocolates. So, who answered this? For whom happiness is sitting on the sofa on a winter evening, eating chocolates. For whom? Right, movie editor, right? She mentions movies. Very good. Questions about vocabulary? Anything? No? Okay. Eduardo, you continue. Answer number 3. Eduardo, are you there? Oh my God. Martin, are you there or not?
Yes.
Okay, Martin. Answer number 3, please.
Listening to Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
By Queen.
As soon as I hear it, I immediately felt like getting up and dancing.
Very good. All right. So who do you think answered that? Sebastian, right. Okay, because he works with music, so listening to music makes him happy. Very good. One time, of course, the name of the band is Queen, just like Queen and Queens. Yeah, then we have feel like. Very good expression that if you took English too, good afternoon, Eduardo. If you took, why, okay, you say hi, ladies and gentlemen, Eduardo, and you don't answer. Okay, all right, okay, I forgive you. Just because we are on holiday next week. So what I was saying, yes, okay, feel like, the expression feel like, I don't know, Matthias, you were the only student that I had in English too. Do you remember the expression feel like doing something? What is the meaning? Matthias, do you remember, yes or no? So, yeah.
What expression?
To feel
Sorry?
like doing something. What's the meaning of that? You remember or not? You suffer from amnesia. In 1 month, Matthias. Not even in 1 month, in 2 weeks. God, shame on you. Anyone feel like? I feel like it's sunny today. Yes?
To want to do something.
Very good, Fabian. Thank you very much. Right. So instead of saying all the time, I want to do this, I don't want to do that, here you have an alternative. You see, so, oh, it's very sunny today, for example, here in Santiago. So I feel like going to the park. I feel like inviting, well, I can't invite many friends, but I feel like inviting a couple of friends, yeah, over for dinner. You see, I don't feel like going out, even if it's sunny. Yeah, I'm too tired. I want to sleep. You see? So feel like, doing, pay attention. Doing, after feel like, we have 2 verbs, but only 1 meaning. Yeah, we use ing. You see? It's like saying, I want to, I feel like doing, I feel like having, I feel like not doing, etc. Very good. And then, yeah, that's it. Answer number 4. Andres, are you there? Andres Galleguillos?
I'm here.
Okay, good.
Getting on the scale and seeing that I've lost a pound, even thought I had a big meal the day before.
Thank you very much. Only 2 details. We have, though, yeah? You have a th, but the pronunciation is not it's v. Yeah, even though. It's the same sound that you have in the,
Okay.
yeah, even though, because it's the conjunction, right? Even though. Very good. So getting on the scale is this, we don't have a picture of a scale. The scale is this object that you use, you step on it, yeah, and you can see how many kilos you weigh. Yeah, you understand, right? So for this person, it's like not gaining weight, yeah, in simple words. Who said that?
Regina.
Regina, of course. Yeah, very good. Answer number 5. Enzo.
Seeing my suitcase came out first at baggage claim at the airport.
Very good, Enzo. Thank you very much. Only 2 details. My suitcase, you pronounce it correctly. Yeah, suitcase. My suitcase, remember there is only 1. Yeah, when you travel, yeah, when you go to another country, another city, etc., you take clothes with you, your personal belongings. So you use a suitcase, okay, with wheels. If you have more than 1 suitcase, that is called baggage. Yeah, so I'm going to the airport. I have my purse, for example. I have my 1 suitcase, a cabin suitcase. So everything is my baggage or luggage. Yeah, pronunciation. Baggy, baggage, no baga. It's baggage. Okay, my baggage. Yeah, so see my suitcase, come out first at baggage claim at the airport. We usually have to wait for a long time to see our suitcases, right? So you're very lucky if the first suitcase is yours. Do you understand the concept of happiness for this person?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So who said that? Andrew, right?
Andrew.
Yeah. Okay. And number 6, last but not least, Fabian.
Finding a real bargain on sale. I'm still wearing a Prada jacket that I bought incredibly cheaply at the sale 10 years ago.
Excellent. Very good pronunciation, right? So we have a real bargain, you see? So what's a bargain? A bargain is a noun. You see, oh my God, I found an Apple Pro computer 2020 at 800,000. Yeah, you know that they cost over $1 million, okay? So you say, oh, that's a bargain, you see? So it's cheaper than it usually is. Do you understand the concept of bargain?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, good. I'm sorry?
Una ganga?
Exactly, Matias. Do you say that in Spanish? I don't think that I use una ganga in Spanish. I mean, in Chilean Spanish.
No.
We usually say, oh, está súper barato. Como el ofertón. I don't know. But una ganga? Well, it's like, it sounds a little bit Mexican. I don't know, or Central American. Could be. I know, yeah, but that's the correct translation in Spanish, Matthias. Thank you. Okay, so these are 6 concepts of happiness. You see that the meaning and the definition of happiness changes depending on the question, depending on your job, depending on your feelings, depending on who you are, your personality, etc. Okay, so let's go back to the presentation, yeah, because here we have lots of information. Give me 1 sec. Okay, so we're going to focus on some sentences taken from the text. Can you see the presentation? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, good. Sentence number 1 says, I love, remember the first person, happiness is cooking or using, yeah, leftovers in the fridge. You say, I love using leftovers in the fridge. Sentence number 2, there's something magical about making something out of nothing, okay? Sentence number 3, finding a real bargain is happiness for me. I'm sorry, oh, go back. Yeah, so the same activity that we did in the previous unit. These 3 sentences are showing you the 3 rules for the use of the ing. So analyze sentence number 1. I will give you other examples. I love using leftovers. I enjoy going out with my friends. I feel like not doing anything today. So what's the first rule? Can you guess?
After some verbs, we use ing.
Very good. Yes, after some verbs. Yeah, so again, there is a group of verbs, yeah, that whenever you use the verb, after that verb, the second verb is affected, is influenced by the first verb, and the second always takes ing. Let's play with love, okay? Love is a verb that is usually used with ing, okay? So you say in present, I love using leftovers. I love playing the guitar. In the past, I loved playing the guitar. In the future, I will love going there. You see that love changes the tense, but the second verb is always in ing. Yeah, the same happens with feel like, for example. Today, I feel like going out. Yesterday, I didn't feel like going out. Tomorrow, I might feel like going out. You see, the verb that changes is feel like, but after like or feel like, you always use ing. Yeah? Second rule, there's something magical about making. I can't think of, I don't know, no, I'm thinking of doing something. I'm worried about going abroad. What's the second rule? Anyone? We use ing, about, of, in, at. No one? No one wants to guess? I'm sorry?
After a preposition?
Very good, Martin, after preposition. So every time you have a verb after a preposition, the verb takes ing. Yeah? And the last rule, this is a little bit more complicated, but not so complicated. At the beginning of the class, last class, I asked you, what is happiness for you? And some of you said spending time with your family, going out, traveling, playing music, listening to music. So what's the third rule? We use ing when? Anyone? Anyone? No? No one? We use ing when we are using a verb as a something, when we are using a verb as a noun. Yeah? So for example, if I ask you, what is happiness for you? Happiness is cooking. Cooking in that sentence is not acting as the verb, it's acting as the activity of cooking. So it's a something. So you say, I love cooking, for example. My happiness is cooking. Happiness is playing the guitar. Happiness is going abroad. You see? Okay, so we can't forget what we have learned so far. So let's recap what we've learned. In our previous unit, Unit 7a, we said that in certain cases we use the to infinitive, in others the ing, and in others we simply use the base form of verbs. So we have a verb, any verb, play, drink, have, I don't know, make, listen, etc. One alternative is using to listen or not to listen, remember the negative, to be, not to be. A second alternative is saying being, and what's the negative of being? If the negative of to be is not to be, what's the negative of being, playing, enjoying, cooking?
Not.
Very good. Not cooking, not playing, not having. Very good answer, right? So when you say, I feel like not doing anything, you see? I feel like not doing. The typical mistake that students make is adding an auxiliary. So students say things like, I feel like don't doing. Oh no, that's wrong. Yeah, why don't? It's not doing, yeah? And finally, we have the base form. So, what are the rules? You already told me. The 3 rules for the use of the gerund. Rule number 1, yeah, we have a group of verbs that is always followed by a verb in ing. On page 158 in your books, we will see a list of verbs that are always followed by the ing. Some of these verbs are enjoy, not mind, love, feel like, and stop. Okay, let's look at the page. Page 158 in your books, please. Page 100, oh my God, what did I do? This is the book. Page 158, guys, please. Go to page 158. Did you find it? Almost there. 50, 60, here it is. Can you see it? Yeah. So the first part of the page, verbs that are followed by the to infinitive. The second part of the text, yeah, of the page, I'm sorry, not the text. Verbs followed by the ing. So we have verbs such as enjoy. Every time you use enjoy in any tense, the second verb takes ing. Finish. Go on. Well, this is easy because you have a preposition. Hate, like, love. Like and love are special. Like if we had to say that verbs had sex, I mean not sex, or like a tendency, I would say that like and love are bisexual because like accepts to and ing, the same as love, but enjoy only ing. You see? So that could be a comparison. Don't mind or not mind. Yeah, when you don't mind doing something, you don't really care. It's not important, right? Spend, start, stop, and feel like. Yeah, this is a little group of verbs that are followed by the ing. So our work now. Do you want to do this together or in pairs or in groups? Whole class or alone? I don't know. What do you want?
Whole class.
Whole class.
The whole class? Yeah? Okay, good. Whole class. Right. So the idea is that we look at the verbs in the chart, be, cook, do, have, etc. And we try to match the verbs with the correct sentence. For example, I enjoy gap in bed. So I enjoy what? Being in bed? It could be. Yeah, I enjoy cooking in bed. That is weird. I enjoy reading. Yeah, because we're talking about the guy here. Yeah, I enjoy reading. You see? Reading in bed. What about finish? Anyone? Have you finished?
Cleaning up.
Cleaning up your room. What do you think, guys? Makes sense, right? Have you finished cleaning up your room? Very good. Number 3.
I want
Because you love what you do.
I want to go working.
Very good. Yes, you love being an engineer, a geologist. So you say, "Oh, I want to go on working until I am 80 years old. Very good. So go on. The thing that happens with phrasal verbs is that it's very easy because a phrasal verb is a verb and a preposition. And when you have prepositions, after prepositions, you use ing. So it's easy. You see? Continue. Go on means continue. Number 4, I hate.
Being?
I hate be or being?
Being.
Being. Okay.
Okay, yeah. You need to be careful with the ing, the pronunciation, like being. Yeah, I hate being late when I am meeting someone. Very good. Number 5, I like what?
He.
He or ha? Bing.
Having.
Okay, that's pronunciation. I like having breakfast in a cafe. Remember that cafes are places where you can take a cup of coffee, tea, biscuits, etc. Right? Not coffee, but cafe. Yeah. Number 6, I love. Anyone? I love what?
Waking up.
I love waking up on a sunny morning. Yeah, makes sense. I love waking up on a sunny morning. Very good. 7, I don't mind. This is like
Doing.
very good, doing the whenever we talk about like house chores, we usually use do. Remember last unit, like do the dishes, do the laundry, do the ironing. You see, I don't mind doing, yeah, the ironing. Do you know what the ironing is?
Planchar.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. Planchar.
Plan? Yeah, all right. Yeah, well, that's a translation. Yeah, okay, that's the translation. I wanted to explain it in English, yeah, but that's ironing. Yeah, iron is the object.
Use an iron?
Yeah, you use an iron. To make the clothes, yeah, do not look like, I don't know, a radish, for example. Yeah, okay, I don't mind doing the ironing. So this expression, when you don't mind doing something, is like, okay, if you want, I do it. You see, you don't care. It's not important. I don't mind doing the ironing. It's very relaxing. I don't think so, but anyway. Number 8, she spends hours. She spends hours doing what?
Talking?
Talking, very good. She spends hours talking on the phone. Number 9, it started. It started what?
Raining.
Raining, very good. So something started at 5:30, raining. Number 10, please stop.
Making?
Sorry? Making, very good. Making that noise, I can't think. And number 11, feel like. Remember that we have 2 verbs, but it's only 1 unit. I feel like, I don't feel like, I'm sorry. I don't feel like. You're tired. You don't want to be in the kitchen. Cooking, right? I don't feel like cooking today. Let's go out for lunch. Yeah? So did you understand the first rule? After a group of verbs, we always use ing. I would say almost always, because like and love can also be used with to. Back to the presentation then. Second rule, guys, is after prepositions. Remember, we use ing after prepositions. So for example, you say, when I was a child, I was interested in drawing. Why drawing? Because you have in. I was thinking about going out, doing something different. Why doing? Why going? Because of about. It depends on having or not having money. You see, where we would go in our next holidays. Yeah. So after a preposition, in any tense, you use ing. And the third rule, yeah, is when you use a verb as a something. In a way, when you use a verb as a noun. Yeah. So for example, you can have it in subject position. In this case, finding a real bargain is a subject. The verb is, and happiness for me. Okay. For example, cleaning is happiness for me. You see, cleaning is not a verb in the sentence. It's a something. It's the subject. Or you can say, happiness is cleaning. Cleaning in the second sentence is the object, is the what makes you happy. Do you understand the way it works? Yeah? I don't know. I see some faces that look very confused. You're okay or not?
Yes.
Okay, right. This is the last class before lunch. Be energetic. Okay, so how can we use the gerund in context? Anyone wants to read? Volunteers? Come on, guys. Half an hour left. Who says me? I want to read, miss. Thank you. Yeah, right.
Introduction. Research has suggested that while personal feeling of pleasure are the accepted definition of happiness in Western cultures, East Asian cultures tend to see happiness as social harmony, and in some parts of Africa and India, it's more about shared experience and family.
Thank you very much, Alberto. You see, so now we're going to see how the concept of happiness changes across cultures. So it is, yeah, different. So this week's question says, the World Happiness Report measures subjective well-being, how happy the people are and why. But do you know, according to the UN, the United Nations Agency report in 2017, which is the happiest country on earth? Can you imagine, before I give you the options, do you know which is the happiest country on earth? Any idea?
Canada?
Canada? Yeah, Canada could be. Any other?
Colombia.
Colombia, okay. Canada,
Canada,
Colombia.
it's a small country in Asia, but I don't remember the
You don't
name.
remember the name?
But it's a small country in Asia.
In Asia.
Sweden?
Okay. Could be. Okay, let's see, I mean, what this article says. The options are Norway, Japan, New Zealand. Yeah, I think that's it. Those are our three options, okay, according to this report.
It's Chile.
Of course, it's Chile, right. Okay, yeah, it could be, why not? So Norway, Japan, and New Zealand. Yeah, we're going to listen to the program to find the answer. Okay, so let's see how the ing is used here. Give me 1 second. I mean, 1 minute, no 1 second. Okay, can you see the Google Chrome page or not? No?
No.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm going, be patient. Here it is. Okay. So let me find the audio. Just pay attention, right? It's a little bit long, but we can stop it before it ends.
Me to do this is Rob.
Hello, Neil.
Now, Rob, you seem like a happy chappy.
What's the point of being miserable?
Well, there are many things that can make you feel down in the dumps, a phrase that means unhappy. But what are the things that keep you feeling happy, cheerful, and chirpy, Rob?
Oh, many things, like being healthy, having good friends, presenting programs like this with you, Neil.
Of course, but we all have different ideas about what makes us happy. And that can vary from country to country and culture to culture. That's what we're talking about today. Concepts of happiness.
Now, Neil, you could make us even happier if you gave us a really good question to answer.
Here it is. Happiness is an emotion that actually gets measured. The World Happiness Report measures subjective well-being, how happy the people are and why. But do you know, according to a United Nations Agency report in 2017, which is the happiest country on earth? Is it A, Norway, B, Japan, or C, New Zealand?
Well, I think they're all very happy places, but the outdoor life of many New Zealanders must make New Zealand the happiest place.
Okay, we'll see. I'll reveal the answer later on. But now back to our discussion about happiness around the world.
Happiness can be hard to define. Research has suggested that while personal feelings of pleasure are the accepted definition of happiness in Western cultures, East Asian cultures tend to see happiness as social harmony, and in some parts of Africa and India, it's more about shared experiences and family.
It's something author and journalist Helen Russell has been looking at. She's even created an atlas of happiness. Her research focused on the positive characteristics of a country's population. And guess which country she found to be one of the happiest?
New Zealand?
Actually, no, it was Japan. Here she is speaking on BBC Radio 4's Woman's Hour programme. What concept or belief is it that promotes happiness?
Millennials and perhaps older people are better at remembering wabi-sabi, this traditional Japanese concept around celebrating imperfection, which I think is something so helpful these days, especially for women. It's this idea that there is a beauty in aging. It's to be celebrated rather than trying to disguise it or trying to cover up the scars. Instead, you gild them with kintsugi. If you break a pot, instead of chucking it away, you mend it with gold lacquer. So the scars, rather than being hidden, are highlighted in pure gold. We all have laughter lines, and rather than being ashamed of them, there's something to be celebrated.
Okay, guys, the listening continues. You can listen to the full version once I upload the presentation, but we already have an answer. Okay, anybody? Which is the happiest country according to this research?
Japan.
Japan. And why? Did you understand why? Because she explained it. Yeah, the last woman we were listening to. Why in Japan people seem to be the happiest in the world? What is the thing that they celebrate and that other cultures see as something bad?
The imperfections.
Exactly, imperfections, right? They celebrate imperfection, and that is directly linked to the process of aging. You see, some people see that growing old, yeah, when you gain age, when you are older and you start having wrinkles, that shows imperfection. But for Japanese people, this is not imperfection. Yeah, this is a sign of, maturity, experience, and they celebrate it. That's why they respect their elderly so much. Yeah, there is a huge respect for old people in Japan. So she gave an example which sort of illustrated this celebration of imperfection. Anybody remembers? She gave an example with an object. No? No one? Yeah. She gave the example of a vase. Yeah. Imagine that, okay, I have a cup here. Okay. I have a mug. Yeah. Imagine that this mug falls down, yeah, and it breaks into pieces. Yeah. People, instead of throwing away the pieces, they mend it. Yeah, with gold, with something like a super glue, but with the color of gold. So then you mend it, you build it again, and you continue using it. You see? So that is an example of how they celebrate imperfection. Many people say, oh yeah, it's broken, throw it away and you buy a new one. But instead of doing that, they mend things, they fix things, and they continue using them. Okay? So it's a very interesting program. We don't have time to listen to the whole thing in class, but I really recommend it. Yeah, so it will be available in your presentation. So let's go back to the presentation. It was Japan then. Very good. So I think it's time to speak. We have 20 minutes left. We're going to go back to page 55, activity 2B, vocabulary and speaking. Okay? Can you please look at page 55, exercise 2B. Yeah. Activity 2B, page 55. Did you find it?
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much. So the instructions say choose 5 things to talk about from the list below. And now you're going to work in groups or in pairs, okay? Let me find, yeah, here it is. Wait, yeah, this is the activity, okay? You have lots of topics. For example, talk about something you don't mind doing around the house. I don't know, cooking, doing house chores, cleaning, dusting, etc. Something you like doing with your family. Something you don't feel like doing on weekends, etc., etc. Okay, so we have different topics. The objective of the activity is first of all, if you don't know each other, introduce yourselves, please. Do not be mean, okay? Say, oh, I'm sorry, hello, my name is Amber, etc., okay? Second thing, talk as much as you can. Give as much detail as you can. I'm going to give you 7 minutes to speak non-stop, okay? So for example, Matthias, I'm sorry, I'm going to bother you again. Matthias, tell me, yeah, you, Matthias Ortiz, I'm sorry, Matthias Ortiz, yeah. Tell me something you are thinking of doing this weekend. Something you're thinking of doing this weekend. You have 30 seconds. You have to give me an answer of minimum 30 seconds, starting now.
I plan to spend a lot of time with my family and see a couple of movies with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I plan to listening new music.
Listening to
I think so.
Yeah, you plan to listen to new music, yeah?
New music, it's important, yeah.
Great. Well, Matthias answered correctly. He used the to infinitive anyway. He used plan plus to. That's one option. Yeah, you can use verbs with to infinitive. But you could also have said something like, well, I don't know, I'm thinking of going out. I'm thinking of inviting some friends over. I'm thinking of sleeping a lot on Sunday and doing something different on Monday. You see? So, guys, my piece of advice is use your stopwatch. Yeah? Tell your partner that he has to give you an answer of at least 30 seconds. Because if you know that you have to continue speaking, you work more, okay? And you invent more things and you get more creative. Okay, so ready to start? I'm going to divide you now. Stop the nervous at the beginning, but you see that in time, if you continue doing it, it's very good practice because you push yourself to think quickly. And even if you run out of ideas, you invent. Sometimes it's not necessary to say the truth all the time. We can invent, we can lie. I mean, the objective is that we speak in English, right? That's it. Okay, very good. Before we continue, do you have any questions about vocabulary, pronunciation, anything you would like to ask me before we continue? Improvise. Anyone? No? Okay, let's continue then. So, use of the base form. Yeah, I didn't mention this. Yeah, because we're going, I think that this is the end. Yeah, we're going to the end of the class. Okay, the only verb that we haven't talked about is the base form. Yeah, we already know the rules for the to infinitive. We know the rules for the gerund, but we don't know the use of the base form. This is not included in the book. Okay, but I think it's important for you to know, yeah, when to use it. We use the base form in the following contexts. After modal auxiliary verbs. What are modal auxiliaries? Can, may, must, should, what else? Could, would, will, etc. So this family of verbs that are called modal auxiliaries, yeah, this is like another family of verbs, okay? So every time you use a modal auxiliary, you use base form. Remember Martin, I think. Martin, are you here? Yes, yeah. Remember, yes. Martin, that in the first or second class, you asked me, what about have to? Because you said, yeah, after have, we use to. And I said, no, it's not after have, because after have, you can use any verb. After have to is a modal verb, and after have to you use base form, not to infinitive, because have to is one unit. You see, it's not the verb have as in I have a house. Yeah, it's have to obligation. You see, so after have to or has to, we use base form. I had to wear a uniform when I went to school. She has to arrive early when she goes to work. You see that changes? After can, after must, typical mistake that students make. They say, I must to go. Wrong. It's not I must to go. It's I must go. Yeah, I must go. Okay. We also use the base form after let, have, and make, as in the following examples. Your parents won't let you go abroad. Let me be, let us be free, etc. You see? So after these verbs, yeah, modal verbs, or let, have, and make, we use base form. There is a famous song by the Beatles that is called Let It Be. You see, it's not let it to be, it's let it be. Let me be, let it flow, let it go, as in, what is that, Frozen, yeah? So let. After make, yeah, make them work. My parents make me do the housework, for example. My children don't make me, I don't know, be at peace, etc. And finally, had. You see, mom had her write the letter, or mom made her write the letter, meaning that she obliged the person to write the letter. Yeah, and those are the rules for the base one. Very easy, it's much shorter. And finally, of course, we need a little bit of practice. It's almost time. Yeah, we have 5 minutes left. I'm going to show you, yeah, the material. The first option to continue practicing is the Grammar Bank, pages 138, section 7b. Exercises on page 139, section 7b, A and B. Okay. The second option to continue practicing is the workbook that you also have in the shared folder. Page 45, grammar A, B, and C. In Material Docente, I'm going to upload a material, yeah? And you have extra exercises with the answers, yeah? So you don't need me to check. And finally, here, there is a video that you will also have available to see, yeah, in a short time, the explanation of the uses of the gerund and the to infinitive. If you think that the class is not enough, yeah, you have more material. I'm going to show you the files that I have for you. I think this is 7b. 7b, where is it? Verb patterns, grammar. I think that this is the one. Yeah. Can you see the word, the PDF or not? Perhaps you can't. Can you see it? No. Yeah, this is the file. Okay, you have 20, 40, 60. Yeah, 60 sentences, a lot. Yeah, 60 sentences. But the good thing is that here you have everything mixed. You have verbs with to, with ing, with base form. Okay, so Carlos can, you say can, modern verb, base form, and then you start answering. Yeah, fill in the gaps. And then, of course, you have the answers, okay? So you don't need me to check, okay? So I really recommend it because doing grammar exercises like this ones is a little bit monotonous. So spending time in class to do that, I don't really like to do it. I'd rather we speak. Yeah, but you can do it at home. And if you have any question, of course, you can ask me after the holidays, okay? So that's all for today. I think we are done. Wait. Do you have any other question, any other doubt, anything you would like to say in English and Spanish?
Miss?
Martin.
How do you say the word that I wrote in the chat? Please.
Suggested? Suggested.
Suggested?
Yeah, suggest, the verb is to suggest. Yeah, suggest. Yeah. Suggest is a regular verb, so the past is suggested. Yeah. And the noun is suggestion.
Yeah.
For example, I have a suggestion for you. I would like to suggest an idea. Yeah, it's like J. The pronunciation of the double G is J as in George, as in J, what else? George, John, I don't know. Yeah, it's J. It's African. It's an African sound.
Yeah.
Shirtless, como sin polera. Shirtless.
Yes.
I mean, it sounds fine, but I don't know if you can say. No. It's not like naked. I don't think I say he's shirtless. It's like he's like naked. Shirtless is that he's not wearing any shirt, but I wouldn't say that equals being naked. I don't know. I'm going to ask a friend if shirtless is possible. I mean, grammatically speaking, you are using the suffix correctly, but it's like heartless. But I don't know, Enzo. I need to find out. I can't say like 100% yes, it exists. Shirtless. Did you see it anywhere?
No, but I
just invented it.
Yes, como in the summer, I say I like to be shirtless.
In summer I like. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I would say in summer I don't like wearing anything on top, for example. I would say something like that. But I like being shirtless. Maybe when I have that type of question and I don't have a friend to ask the question, I usually do this. For example, I like being, I don't know, shirtless. And if it exists, it will appear. But I like being shirtless. Is it? Oh my God, well, this is like porno, but shirtless, also what about Kansas? I like being shirtless, going to the beach. Yeah, it looks like it exists. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to ask my friend, because perhaps this has a double meaning. Could be. Yeah, but I think it's fine. Someone from Bellandor posted a whisper, which is, I like being shirtless when I am alone. Yeah, I like being shirtless and I have no problem with it. I sometimes walk around with just a towel on. It seems that it exists. And so, very good question. A new word that we learned today. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to ask my friend. Okay, guys, so that's all for today. Have a lovely holiday. Take care. Enjoy with your families. Be careful with the virus and see you the week after next. Okay? Bye-bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a nice week.